Welcome to 4State Real Estate. We're your agents in West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania.
We are knowledgeable,
honest,
fun,
a team.
We are authentic,
negotiators,
hardworking, family.
We are the highest producing independently owned real estate company in the Eastern Panhandle in 2021. We have 3 offices to serve you.
We are 4State.
Juwan is the ultimate hype guy. I love him. He's always positive. He's always pepping them up and firing them up.
Parker, work, Parker, work, Parker, work, 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 work.
Having a family dinner, cookout, or company event and don't feel like cooking? How about you let Cheese Barbecue and Soul Food Catering handle all your catering needs? We have everything from smoked meats to soul food sides. Everything made from scratch just for your event. Please contact us at 816-438-1101 or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/HG's Barbecue and Catering. We gladly serve Eastern Panhandle and DMV areas.
Meet Cheryl Yates at ERA Liberty Realty. With over 30 years of experience, Cheryl provides each of her clients with the best level of service, along with helping families with the next phase of their life. The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer any questions that may arise. In both Jefferson and Berkeley counties, she works hard to ensure the outcome you deserve. Cheryl is the key to selling or buying your home.
Good afternoon, good evening. Home Team Sports TV, where you have your 17-1 Jefferson High School Cougars versus 6-7 Greenbriar East Spartans. We are live at Center Field, awaiting the game 2 of this matchup. First game, the Jefferson High School Cougars beat the Greenbriar East Spartans 13-4. Roberts pitched the first 4 innings of the game, in which he gave up 1 run in 4 innings. Well, actually 3 runs in 4 innings. And Griffin came in after that. Had 5 strikeouts. Style of pitching where it's overhand. It is sidearm, but it's very, very potent, pitching in the mid-80s. It's just fun to watch. Definitely are glad to bring this broadcast to you from Field, a field that we spend a lot of time at as kids. So definitely grateful to be able to be out here today. This beautiful weather, and to be able to broadcast it, not be able to see this game from the stadium, but now you can see it inside your own homes. We will actually have Sam Wobnitz pitching today for the Jefferson High School Cougars. Sam, he was actually pitching at Martinsburg, so definitely look forward to this. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and after this commercial break, we'll get back to live action. Once again, this is Hakeem Holmes, Home Team Sports TV, broadcasting live from Sager Field.
Welcome to Four State Real Estate. We're your agents. West Virginia and
knowledgeable,
Team. Authentic.
hardworking, family.
producing independently owned real estate company in the Eastern Panhandle in 2021. We have 3 offices to serve you.
We are for state.
Jawan is the ultimate height guy. Love him.
And we're in the field where we have Sam that's about to throw out the first pitch. Fielder Caleb stands in the box. First pitch is always the most. And he outside corner for a strike. You know, as a player, you always love to be around, be in the field with pitchers. Pitching that way. Second pitch down the. This is quickly up. See if he wastes a pitch or tries to get him to chase. He did try and get him to bite on a low pitch. It was great patience. Takes the pitch to be 1-2. Wobness is low outside. Once again, it's a 2-2 count. You always want to make sure you get ahead as a pitcher. You want to make sure you kind of keep this count down, and you're in control of the situation. You're in control of the batter. You want to make them feel uncomfortable. So let's see if Sab can establish that today. And that's a beautiful curveball. The hook for the strike. Strikeout number 1 for Sad Wobness. Number 5, the shortstop, Derek Boswell, coming. And it's that he pitch out early, but you have to pitch the Watts later on. See if the kids can catch that spin on the hand. Sad 0-1. Boswell's a little late. That's the reason why the ball went outside the fence. The curveball again. Didn't snap. 1-1 high to the outside. The high leg kick. Ball low. 2-1 count. This is quickly up to 8 pitches. Little banter from his Cougar teammates. Pitch on the outside corner. 2-2 count. That's the beautiful thing about baseball. One thing I do remember about the game is just, it's the camaraderie you have from when you're in the field, wherever you're going to see. Everybody has to be involved. Everybody has to be, locked in. And Sam Wobness can strike out. This one swinging. Quickly 2 outs. The lefty, Garrett Bennett, the third baseman. Back in Little League. I remember Sam actually pitched for Martinsburg Little League. So it was actually some good battles. Probably, I guess, 4 or 5 years ago. It's 1-1. And a base hit going to left field over the shortstop. No need for a cut to the second baseman. Mr. Bennett is on for the first hit of the game. Up next, Mr. Hester. He pitched last game. Pretty good size on him. We'll see how this matchup ends up or how they plan on attacking potentially his deficiencies. Or holes in his swing. Ball outside corner. 1. Wobness looks over, keeps close to the plate. He hits the ball through the gap field. When they seen that you're stealing the base, the second to back up, a potential throw to second, leaving a hole and a gap in between the baseman and the second baseman. Mr. Hester found a hole with the CNI single to right field. We have number 10, Joe Roshan, in the plate. 2 base hits in a row. Has a man on in first. Sam Wobness once again gets a fastball down the middle. And so he seems pretty consistent that he gets that first pitch over for a fastball. So we will see if Greenbriar adjusts and gives their hitters the green light on that first pitch to see if they can do some damage. I honestly was a ball type of guy. So I know I was locked in on 0-1. Wobness looks at the runner and throws a beautiful curveball in the outside corner, and he is quickly up 0-2. Wobness looks at this inning unscathed. Strike 3, and his third strikeout sends Mr. Roshan back to the bench with the backwards K. At the end of the half inning, we had the Greenbriar East Spartan 0, the Jefferson High School Cougars 0. And we will be back after a quick commercial break. Once again, this is Akeem Holmes from Home Team Sports and Entertainment, live from Jefferson High School at Sager Field. Thank you. And we're back at Sager Field while Mr. Roshan actually gets his warm-up pitches in. We have Jefferson's lineup. We have playing right field, playing third base and batting second. Pitcher Sab Womnitz batting third. Ryan Hefner playing second base. Batting fourth, Daquan Scheidt playing center field, batting fifth. Mr. Smith, DH. Mr. Clemfuegos catching, and Mr. Kinsler at shortstop batting ninth. We got a little bit of 50 Cent. I think it's his walk music. Let's see if he backs up his his walk-up song. Kind of barely steps in. Let's see Mr. Roshan pitches. First pitch inside corner for a strike. His pitches. So it's definitely with the wind blowing right now, and with Jefferson being a good hitting team, a pitcher with a little bit of off speed and a little movement, seems to be the East. He delivered fastball high. He's making sure that Mr. Belly doesn't get too comfortable with the plate. 1-1 count on the Belly. second pitch. The curveball never was in the zone, so it wasn't an effective pitch at that time. So hopefully, he can get that locked in and make that an effective pitch to keep the Jefferson hitters off balance. Third pitch inside, 3-1. So unlike Mr. Wobnitz, the pitcher has gotten himself in a little bit of trouble. So he might have to groove one just to get that back. But he doesn't. Inside, a 5-pitch walk for Connor Bay. So we have a change to the lineup. Griffin Horowitz will bat next, and the second baseman Ryan Hefner will bat second. First pitch from the stretch, bangs outside corner for a strike. So this umpire, if you guys are watching the game, he likes that outside corner. So let's see if the pitchers will live outside on that outside corner throughout the game. Belly for the steal. Ball is popped up. He goes halfway. And the center field catches it. He throws it to first base, and he is out. The double play. So he got a little bit further than halfway right there. More like 3/4 of the way to second base, which made it tough for him to get back. The center fielder, the lefty, threw a strike to first base, and he doubled him up. And it is now 2 outs, and you have your Horowitz coming up right now with no one on. So that's a big play for Greenbriar East. Horowitz for the third base. The third baseman in. He throws it off target. The air will get Griffin on base while also getting him to second base with the pitcher Sam Wobnitz up next. Now, on that play right there, you would like to see the third baseman gather his feet a little bit so that he can throw an accurate strike over the first base. So he never gathered himself, and it caused an error. So not only does the individual get first base, the throw was errant, and it allowed Griffin Horowitz to get on base with the error, and now he's at base. So essentially it becomes a double that actually counts as an out on the average, but hey, this is a team game. Wobnitz takes the first pitch down the middle for a strike. He's down 0-1. Mr. Wobnitz actually wasn't a bad basketball player when he played last year as well. I enjoyed watching his dunk, so it's good to see him on the mound as well. The change-up in the dirt. 1-1 count. Like to get a base hit to right field. Center field gap so you can that run, potentially get a double or a triple. The pitch inside. Off the foot of Sam Wobnitz as he walks. It would be a 1-2 count. Let's see if he'll be able to execute this curveball, this next pitch. I would pretty much think that he would try to convert, and he would try to execute this curveball outside corner right now. Curveball outside corner taken by Sam Wobnitz, the backwards K. Strike 3. Greenbriar East gets out of the inning with Cougars 0. Going into the second inning. Once again, this is Akeem Holmes at Home Team Sports TV. Take a quick commercial break.
Welcome to 4-State Real Estate. We're your agents in West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania.
We are knowledgeable.
Honest.
Fun.
A team. We are authentic. Negotiators.
Hardworking. Family.
We are the highest producing independently owned real estate in the Eastern Panhandle in 2021. We have 3 offices to serve you.
We are 4-State.
Back at Sager Field at the top of the second inning, where we have Sad Wobness back on the mound. Batting for Greenbriar is Mr. DeHaven. First pitch low and outside. I think that's the first time Mr. Walters didn't get the strike. Screwball. In for a strike. 1-1 count. He actually took off. Took a little bit longer in between his delivery. Calls the back out. Next pitch, low and inside to the Wobner's doing a little bit of corrective action, making sure proper hip movement on rotation towards the plate. 2-1 count. Fastball on the outside. Two count. Ball high and outside. 3-2 count. I apologize for any technical difficulties tonight. So if you have any technical difficulties, we'll get these kings worked out. 3-2. Roberts. Ball high, and it will be his first walk of the game. Mr. DeHaven on base to see if he is a threat to steal. His infielders let him know what play is on. Number 20, Mr. Sowles, shows the bunt early. Let's see if that is a bluff or if he really is going to put his bunt down. Smacks the ball to the shortstop. The shortstop catches it. The first, but the first baseman is off the bag, and he gets back. Now that was a good hit by Mr. Sowles. That was unlucky to hit it right to the shortstop. But sometimes in baseball, that's what happens, man. Sometimes a high batting average isn't always. Sometimes a little luck. But unfortunately for him, he would take a seat back on the bench, and fortunately for Jefferson, great shortstop play. A big inning. Sam Robbins delivers. First pitch strike. Sam loves living in that fastball on the outside corner. Very effective place to be. Let's see if the batters start moving a little bit closer to the plate to see if they can do damage with that pitch. Throw over to first. Keeping the runners a little bit honest. Delivery back. He's late with the smoke, with the cheese. Right down the middle. 0-2 count. You don't want to play around with him. You just want to attack him and see be the aggressor. Wobness with the fastball. The discipline by Minute. He holds off. Out. He checks him back. Fastball outside corner is fouled off to the cow pasture outside of Jefferson High School field. If the kids are still running after the balls. 1-2 count. Man on first base with one out. Encouragement from the bench. Say Wobnitz. Wild pitch, and the runner will advance to second base. 2-2. Wobnitz on a 2-2 pitch. He looks him back. Fastball to the outside. So it seems like when runners are on, he's having a little bit of an issue, maybe potentially with if he can make a middle adjustment right now to focus on the batter, get the proper mechanics to the mid. Ball inside. Second walk of the man on first and second with one out. And Mr. Brooks is up with 2 men on base. His East Spartans on the board. Let's see if he gets his first pitch fastball over on the count. Down the middle. One thing that's for hitters outside of that one hitter that he threw that first low in the dirt, he's gotten ahead on all and 8 of 9 hitters going forward. And Mr. Brooks timeout. Looks over at his coach. Quickly back into the box. One out. And he went for the. He actually got another errant pitch, another wild pitch. Let's see if the catcher calls a timeout, maybe goes and calms him down a little bit, or if we get that typical visit by Coach Lowry when he sees a little bit, a little bit misguided at this time. It is a 1-1 count. Men on second and third. They just advance on the wild pitch. Wildness to the plate. The missed bunt attempt for a strike. It is 1-2. It looked like Mr. Brooks tried to get that bunt down to the first base line so that he could score a runner and put pressure on the defense with his speed, but he was unable to get it. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. And that's a big strikeout for Sam Wobnitz right there. A really big strikeout for Sam Wobnitz. But we are back to the top of the order with his first strikeout victim, Mr. Morgan. Seeing him for the second time in 2 innings. So you would like to see a little more efficiency. But, everybody has different ways of getting to where they need to go. And at times, sometimes it's a little bit of nerves. Once you get those nerves out, you really get to see the dominance of the kid. So hopefully it's a ladder. 0-1 count. Another fastball right down the middle. And Wobnitz has a little bit of a smile where he's starting to feel a little bit more confident, getting his confidence back. And he's challenging Mr. Morgan. So let's see if Mr. Morgan is ready for that challenge, or if right now I'm going to say it's going to be a curveball outside corner. Actually, I was wrong. It was a fastball outside corner, but it was low. Wobnitz is up to pitches in 2 innings, 24 for strikes, so he's in the zone. The 1-2 pitch. The ball is off the inside foot of Mr. Morgan. The count will remain 1-2. 1-2. Strike 3. Fastball on the outside. Not even waste time. That's a strikeout for Sam Wildness. It will go to the bottom of the second where we have the Greenbriar Spartans 0 and the Jefferson Cougars 0. We will take a quick commercial. King Homes, the home team sports and entertainment, live at Sacred Field.
Having a family dinner, cookout, or company event and don't feel like cooking? How about you let HG's Barbecue and Soul Food Catering handle all your catering needs? We have everything from smoked meat to soul food sides, everything made from scratch just for your event. Please contact us at 816-438-1101 or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com HG's Barbecue and Catering. We gladly serve the Panhandle and DMV areas.
Meet Cheryl Yates at ERA Liberty Realty. With over 30 years of experience, Cheryl provides each of her clients with the best level of customer service, along with helping families with the next phase of their life. The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer questions that may arise. With offices in Jefferson and Berkeley County, she works hard to ensure the deserve. Cheryl is the key to selling or buying your home.
Sacred Field, where Sam Wobnitz ends the last inning with the strikeout. He is up to 5 strikeouts in the game, 2 hits, 2 walks, 41 pitches with 26 strikes. So it's not a bad percentage. You would like to get it more, maybe up to like 30 to 31 strikes. But hey, it's a 0-0 game. And we'll see how deep we can go in the game. So we're back. Mr. Pavinel. Is it Pavinel? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. So if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize to the ball. The second pitch, ball low. Mr. Wobnitz, once again, another pitcher gets himself in a little bit of trouble, gets behind the count. A 2-0 count at this time. The next hitter up, man, I'm excited to see Mr. Daquan Shipe. Mr. Pavinel's hit. Daquan Shipe was up at the plate. He had a very productive, actually one of the best Little League careers I think that I've seen in Jefferson County Little League. So I'm just pitch strike. Oh, 1 count. Pavinel on first base. He struck on delivery. Fastball high inside for a 1-1. So right now the score at the bottom of the second is a 0-0 between the Jefferson High School Cougars and the Greenbriar East Spartans. Greenbriar with the jerseys, green pants, and white and green hat. Mr. Pavinel goes to steal on the curveball, but Daquan Shipe swings and gets a foul ball that will send him back to first. So I wonder if that was a play or was it a play that he actually wanted to see him show a little bit of a baseball IQ and see that was is he going to get to second and just take that pitch for the betterment of the team. 1-2 count. Fastball. Smacks it to left field, but is foul. It's a little bit of wind right now. That ball really never had a chance. It only stayed in maybe for a split second and then to the left field corner. 1-2 count. He takes off again. And a foul ball, barely foul, which could have done a lot of damage on that curveball. So that's something that I have seen from this pitcher. He has a curveball, but it hangs off the arm delivery, so you don't get the initial snap that you get on a lot of overhand curveballs. 1-2 count. Let's see if he works that outside corner right now. He tried to work the outside corner, but it was Pominell still second base. So right now, Mr. is up. Pitcher. And the pitcher is sound. Calls a timeout. We have a 2-2 count with a man on second base in scoring position. Let's see if we can get this base hit to actually get the Jefferson High School Cougars on the board. Number 1 ranking in the state right now. So, in varsity basketball for the boys, baseball for the boys, they both the number 1 ranking this year. So that's a very productive year for Jefferson High School boys. Daquan is unable to keep the ball in front of him, so Daquan will get on first base with the strikeout, and Mr. Pominell will advance to third. So you have a man on first with no outs. So let's see what Jefferson has, in store to get Daquan to second base. Most likely, you might see a pitch over. If otherwise, he'll probably steal the bag. Stolen base for Daquan Sight. A man on second and third with no outs. Mr. Smith with a 1-0. He laces it between the right fielder and the center fielder. The right fielder comes on and catches it. He throws it home. It can be a bang bang play, and he is safe. The catcher was way out of the plate, so it didn't even give his right fielder a chance to get that punch out. But hey, it happens. For Mr. Smith, that would go down as a sac fly, and it would get Jefferson High School on the board. It is 1-0 Jefferson, bombing in the second, and you have Mr. Cienfuegos, the 8-hole hitter, the catcher, with the man on third, with a chance to get Jefferson on the board once more. One-0 count. 2-0. Great block by the catcher. The direction from the coach. 2-0 count. Man on third. Fastball right down. 2-1 count. The good one is up to 27 pitches at this time. Curveball outside. 3-1. Mr. Goodwin is 1.2 innings, no hits, one walk, and 2 strikeouts right now. Ball low, and that'll be his second walk. And your 9-hole hitter, the shortstop, Mr. Now, this situation is a little bit different. At this time, typically the second time, the team has something a little bit different. So it could be a throw down the second, or it could be the common strategy where you throw the ball back to the pitcher to see if the person on right. He throws it down, and he gets them out. And Daquan Shipe stays at third. It'll be 2 outs. So like I said before, typically the second time around you have a little something different, and that time the catcher shut off his arm. He was able to get Cienfuegos out, going to second. And now 2 outs. Kinsler at the plate. The man on third. 1-1 count. Good break on that curveball. Didn't hang. It had a lot of break on it, but it was just a little bit too low. But that was a very effective pitch. It looked good. Well, I shouldn't say effective because he didn't swing, but it was a pretty pitch to watch. Curveball again. The 2-2. Yeah, the pitch looked good. The 2-2 count. You get the great hitters are able to pick up that spin early, but it's a very dangerous pitch. Ball low. 3-2 count. full count in baseball terms. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see how good we can get out of this inning. Fastball right down the middle. Strike 3. We end the bottom half of the second inning with a strikeout. Mr. Goodwin, 2 innings, 0 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Going to the top of the third, the Jefferson Cougars 1, and the Greenbriar East Spartans 0. Take it back. Laptop went dead. Keep going. Come back on. And we are back at Sager Field where we have the Jefferson Cougars leading the Greenbriar East Spartans 1-0. And we've seen some very effective pitching. And even when our pitchers have gotten in a little bit of trouble, they've been able to get themselves out of it with good fastball, a good all-speed pitch. And it's actually, prevented a lot of damage that could have been done, with timely hitting or, if you have a power hitter, potentially a home run. So, as we have Jefferson with, 1 run on 0 hits, no error. We have Greenbriar East with no runs on 2 hits and 1 error. So we'll see, if the averages kind of kick back in. The team that is hitting the best over time, puts more runs on the board. So we're back. Mr. Boswell, the shortstop, for his second at bat. Sam Wobnitz once again, first 0-1. Oh, beautiful curveball with the hook. 0-2. As you see, both pitchers are getting locked back in. We got no jitters out. Turn into low and outside. Let's see. Curveball fouled off. So he tried the curveball to the outside, but it was fouled off. And as a pitcher, it's a mental game as well as a physical game. It's not just about getting out there and just throwing the ball as hard as you can. It is also trying to execute your pitches, throw it into the right spot, and also making a guessing game for the hitter. Curveball never snapped, never broke down. 1-2. This is the second time Boswell is, went deeper into the count. So it's 1-2. 2 foul balls. That's a 5-pitch at bat. Fastball high and inside. 2-2. Getting a little chilly out here. Guess I'm not dressed appropriate for Jefferson High School weather. Maybe I should have wore a sweatshirt today. Fastball inside, fouled off. I told our producer and cameraman Harry Brown that we need these whole team sports. Next time we are 2 count. The umpire clean off the plate. That gives the hitter coach see what for him. Gives the focus. Maybe think about some things with mechanics. Lock back and see if he can get the strikeout. 2-2 count. Wobnitz up to 48 pitches at 3. Curveball once again fouled off. I remember as a kid being out here watching my brother play, and when the ball would go in the cow pasture, you go there and you might get a free freeze pop. I don't know if they get free freeze pops anymore. 2-2 count. Fastball inside once again off the inside leg of Mr. Boswell. 2-2 count. I'll walk that off a little bit. That hurts. You know, you see in the pros now, they wear a lot of those shin protectors on their ankles and their shins to go all the way down to their ankles to protect against that, because it's a very painful short term, say, pain. I call it injury. We call it. So it's definitely something that you don't really want to experience. But hey, if you play baseball, it happens. You're gonna run down the third base line a little bit, just get loose. And this, like I said, this is the second time Mr. Boswell's had one of these type of at bats. This is the 8th pitch coming up, and as a pitcher, you hate to see the pitch count up, but it's also as a 2-hole hitter, on your team to see he has, even if he doesn't get on, essentially done his 2-hole hitter. 2-2 count. 3-2. And right now, this is a battle. Him to come to him. Let's see. Right here. Full count. Winds to the plate. Back to the shortstop. He drops the ball over to first, and he's out. Now, as a baseball player, and for kids watching at home, you got to see that Kinsler did not panic in that situation. He might have dropped the ball initially, but he didn't panic. He picked the ball up, and he had a great throw over to first base. So for the kids at home, relax. Just focus on making the right play. You always got time, and if you don't have time, you eat it, and you live, for the next play. So that's a great play by Kinsler right there. So after that 9-pitch at bat, we have one out. Mr. Cochran's in. This ball sails. Winding this up to 52 pitches. Hearing a little bit of noise on the Greenbriar Spartans bench. 1-0. Top by Mr. Cochran. One no count. Ball outside. Ball fouled off. Robbins with 2 straight strikes. 2-2 count. Smacked right up the middle. The lefty with the beautiful swing. Right back up the middle. Base knock. They just told us he's a freshman. So that's somebody they look to build their program around. Has a beautiful swing. So Mr. Heister, the big man, the hoss, he pitched the last game. Up next, umpire speaks to Greenbriar East. Doesn't like the chatter. A little old school umpire right there. He doesn't like the chatter, so he's talking to both teams. He issues warnings to both teams about the chatter. So right now, top of the third, the Cougars up 1-0. Man on first base for Greenbriar East, and their designated hitter, number 4-hole hitter, Mr. Heister up. First pitch, fastball, swung foul. Third base coach quickly gets the ball, get it back in play. So I'll say, like I said before, let's East adjust to that first pitch fastball And as we have seen the second time around, they have swung at that first pitch fastball more often than they did the first time. The same base hit he had in the first inning between the second baseman and the first baseman. Mr. Heaster is 2 for 2 on the day. Made on first and second with 1 out. He seems like he actually, he looks, he sees where the hole is, defense, and he attacks it pretty well, pretty consistently. That's the second hit of the game. Man on first and second. 1 out. First pitch strike. That will get down. The bases will be loaded with 1 out. The ball lands in between the first baseman and the right fielder. That's kind of no man's land. If you get that ball elevated, that's not hanging in the air in between the first baseman and the right fielder. That's a lot of ground to cover for most right fielders. And 85 to 95% of the time, you're going to get a base hit on that. First pitch strike. He smacks it down the line. Ball's in play. That will score 2. The left fielder is having trouble with the ball, and the men will advance to second and third. Base hit for Mr. The pitch. And Greenbriar East takes the 2-1 lead. As you guys heard from earlier in my broadcast, Sam is pretty effective getting that first pitch strike. And I said, I wonder see what Greenbriar East would make, and they have made the adjustment. That first pitch fastball, taking it, and they're getting hacks, and they've gotten 2 base hits in a row. So we switch it up. This time I threw a first pitch curveball. He missed high, but he's made the adjustment. 1 ball, 0 strikes. Race up 2-1. Ball fouled off. 1-1. Man on second and third with 1 out. So this is a little bit of damage control. You want to make sure that you limit, the amount of runs that can score, and then get a living another day. Ball outside. What I say is, you control. You try to do a little bit of damage control. You get out of this inning, maybe giving up 1 more run, and then seeing if your hitters can get those runs for you. Ball inside, 3-1. He delivers. And the man's coming home. And a run pitch. 3-1. And the man's going to steal second because no one's covering. And you have a man on second and third with 1 out. And Greenbriar East with the 3-1 lead. So right there, no one covering second, and smart run by the catcher. He's seen that nobody was covering second base. He's still second base while heads down. A little bit out of sorts, due to a very effective inning by Greenbriar East, and they were able to steal a base and get the man on second and third. So you have runners in scoring positions with 1 out. You have someone warming up in the bullpen for the Jefferson High School Cougars. And we will have a timeout. The coach will come, talk to Sam, try to calm him down a little bit, while also giving the pitcher a little bit of time to warm up. That's the thing about baseball, right? So it's something about baseball that I was always, taught by my that baseball is a game of failure. It's the only sport that if you are successful 3 out of 10 times, you're an all-time great. So it's a good teaching tool for kids to learn how to fail. Have a little bit of mental fortitude to be able to overcome failure, and also make some adjustments. So Mr. Bennett back up. He bunts. The ball is popped up. What? Sometimes when the ball comes off like strong, from like you jump a little bit, you didn't realize the net protecting me. So hey, Mr. Bennett is back on one. Sam Wadman is up to 6 pitches. Quickly gets ahead 1-2. Now this is big. You definitely hope, as a pitcher, a Jefferson High School fan, that he can get this punch out right here to kind of minimize the damage. Curveball, beautiful pitch, and Mr. Bennett will take a seat. If Sam can get out of this inning with Jefferson only down 3-1, it's a victory. It's a victory inside the balls. So 3-1 right now, 2 outs. Mr. Brooks was a strikeout victim the last time. On no strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the top of the third. Greenbriar used to put up 3 runs this inning. Fastball outside corner for a strike. 1-1 count. Ball in the dirt. Hits the umpire. Ian Brooks waves his runner in. The runner did not see it. He reverted back. And they're lucky that another run does not cross. And we've seen Sam spike a few balls in the dirt today. So, Jefferson just dodged a bullet on that situation because it could have easily the 4th run of the inning for the Spartans. Ball high and outside, 3-1 count. The 9-hole hitter, 3-1 count. Mr. Wadman is up to 74 pitches. Ball spiked low. And that's another walk. And John Lowry is coming out to make the pitching change, I assume. So we have some wholesale adjustments. So we have number 27, Riley Morgan, going on the mound. Sam Wadman will go back to center field. Daquan Shipe will go to left field. And we will see who is going over to right. And we're going to get a new catcher for the Cougars. So number 25 plate. So Riley's been pretty effective in his relief performances. Um, I remember Riley. Riley actually is 2, 3 years older than my son, and I remember him pitching for the Cubs in Little League, and kind of could tell, that he was a very talented kid that had a future on the mound. So I'm definitely excited to see Riley on the mound. It's got just good pop, a lot of velocity on his pitches, and coming from a left-hander, that bodes well for Jefferson High School's future. Riley's only a sophomore, along with Cole Lewis, Dylan Maybe, Moses and Fuegos, Cameron Gill, Logan McCarthy, Ty Vickers, Braddock Hanson, Isaiah DeLauder, Joey Wellman, Hunter Bush, and AJ Spears. So Jefferson has a lot of young talent as well as some upperclassmen that are very talented. But the future is bright in Jefferson High School baseball. But right now they find themselves down 3-1 to the Greenbriar Spartans with the bases loaded and 2 outs. First pitch low. 1-0. Hitter Morgan, the right fielder. Ball low and outside. 2-0. Fastball, outside corner, fouled back. 2-1 count. I think the last person you really want to see, with his plan is Mr. Boswell. Attack Mr. Another foul. Quickly back into the count. 2-2. Sager. Out of a jam. Bottom half of the third, we have the Greenbriar East Spartans 3 and the Jefferson Cougars 1. Keem Holmes with Home Team Sports and Entertainment. We will take a quick break. Once again, Greenbriar 3 and Jefferson High School
1. Welcome to Four State Real Estate. We're your agents in West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania.
We are knowledgeable.
Honest.
Fun.
A team. We are authentic. Negotiators.
Family.
We are the highest producing independently owned real estate company in the Eastern Panhandle in 2021. We have 3 offices to serve you.
We are Four State.
And we're back. The Jefferson High School Cougars are down 3-1 with the top of the lineup coming back up. Number 9, the leadoff hitter, Connor Bailey. The first one at the plate to start the third. Mr. Goodwin starts them off with a curveball. Stays 1-0 count. Fastball rises high, 2-0 count. Fastball low. Three balls, no strikes. Fastball in for a strike, 3-1. Fastball again with a strike. 3-2 count. I don't know what Connor was looking at right there. That ball was right down the middle. And the ball, end of his bat, and Connor Bailey pops out to the shortstop. Now, you would like to see a little bit more of a aggressive at bat that time. I don't know if the leadoff hitter is to get on base, but he got 3 good pitches. So hopefully he'll make that adjustment for the next time he's up at the plate. The rollover goes foul. Quickly ahead, 0-1. Mr. Hefner has 1 New Balance and 1 Nike shoe on. They'll pop up to the shortstop. And quickly 2 outs for the Jefferson Cougars. With the D1 commit, Griffin Horowitz, coming up next to the plate. Griffin, the younger brother of Cullen Horowitz, who's at Army right now and led the state, actually was state player of the year, led the state in home runs. He's not too shabby himself. Griffin with the walk-off home run last weekend. So it's a Horowitz power factory at the Horowitz household with the 1-0 count. Fastball high, 2-0. Fastball low, 3-0. It might not even be a bad idea not to give him something that he would like, because it could be on top in 0.2 seconds. And the 4-pitch walk will put Griffin Horowitz on first base with the 4-hole hitter Sam Wabnitz up next. Sam with a chance to tie this game up and get himself off the hook right now. First pitch fastball right down the middle, foul back. Second pitch, he's leaving, and he's still second. Smart base running for Griffin Horowitz. Get away from the catcher, and he went on his first instinct. He didn't hesitate. He went full speed, and he was able to steal second. Man on second, 1-1 count. Waters with a chance to get it running. And the pop-up to the right field. The second baseman is actually able to get it. And the inning over. After 3, we have the Greenbriar East Spartans 3, the Jefferson Cougars 1.
Having a family dinner, cookout, or company event, and don't feel. How about you let HG's Bar Soul Food Catering handle all your catering needs? We have everything from smoked meats to soul food sides, everything made from scratch just for your event. Please contact us at 816-438-1101 or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com HG's Barbecue and Catering. We gladly serve the Eastern Panhandle and DMV areas.
We're back at Sager Field where Riley Morgan will come for his first full inning of action with the Greenbriar East Spark up 3-1. Top of the fourth. See if they can actually stabilize things for Jefferson. Their bats back in action. Mr. Oswell is up. He's been a tough out. Both times he's been at the plate. 1-0. Fastball in for a strike. Hey, Riley's throwing pretty hard for a sophomore right now. Delivery. The corner, fouled off. 1-2. The hook. That pitch. Strike 3. Mr. Boswell will take a seat. That's a dangerous pitch. 1 out. Top 4. Ball outside. 1-0. Like Wildness, it seems like Mr. Morgan gets behind on the count, then quickly gets back into it, as opposed to working ahead. Ball fouled off. Another one of those painful fouls off your leg. 1-1 count. To the third baseman, Griffin Horwitz. He eats it up. Beautiful throw over to first base. Quickly 2 outs. First pitch. He said he did not give. Ball 1-0. And that's an instance where the catcher asked the home plate umpire to refer over to the first baseman umpire if the batter went. And the first base umpire will either say yes or no, and depending on that, it's either a strike or it stays a ball. And it was a ball in this instance. And Riley is down 2-1. He's working quick, efficient. Pitch outside again, 3-1. So Mr. Heister is 2 on the day. 2 base hits in between the first baseman and the second baseman. Let's see what he does this time. And he walks. So he is actually has a perfect on-base percentage for the game. Two outs. Top 4. Breaks from the outside to the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. He swings at the curveball. 0-2. Two curveballs. The batters look bad on both. Let's see what happens here. He just tells it again. It's just he couldn't compete with it. He couldn't compete with it. He wasn't confident. The third strike. Bomb going to the bottom of the 4th. Jefferson down 3-1. that's a telling at bat right there. For Greenbriar East, Riley's curveball is looking real dangerous right now. So going into the bottom of the fourth, we have Greenbriar East 3 and Jefferson 1.
ERA Liberty Realty. With over 30 years of experience, Cheryl provides each of her clients with the best level of customer service, along with helping families with the next phase of their life. The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer any questions that may arise. With in both Jefferson and Berkeley counties, she works hard to ensure the outcome you deserve. Cheryl is the key to selling or buying your home.
Welcome to 4 State Real Estate. We're your agents in West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania.
Knowledgeable.
Honest.
A team.
We are authentic.
Negotiators.
Family.
We are the highest producing independently owned real estate company in the Eastern Panhandle in 2021. We have 3 offices.
We're back, and Mr. Povinelli is
We are
back
Varsity.
in the box for his second time. Jefferson down 3-1. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Mr. Povinelli. JJ Povinelli. My apologies to the Povinelli family. But like I said in the earlier part of the broadcast, we will get it right. 1-0 count. One. 1-2 count. Looks like Mr. Gilbert kind of locking in right now. More in the strike zone. The ball is fouled off. 1-2. So right now he's throwing 50% strikes, but he's been effective. And he's kept his pitch count down, which typically doesn't happen, but baseball is a game that has mysteries. 2-2. Umpires instructing both teams not to talk to the other team. He's taking control of his game. So after that brief conversation with Coach Lowry, we a 2-2 count with JJ Povinelli. The curveball, non-competitive curveball right there. Easy take. 3-2, 4 count. You just want to get on base and put pressure on the pitcher. 3-2, the payoff pitch. Ball low. JJ Povinelli gets the walk. Daquan Shite is up next. Steps into the batter's box. See if he gets his first pitch strike. First pitch, inside corner, strike 1. Shite back in the box. Strike 2. 0-2. Go into the batter's box with confidence, knowing that you're about to do damage. You always need positive body language. Let's see what he can do with his next pitch. Curveball low. Curveball right down the middle. Strike 3. First out of the inning. Cole Smith up next with the man on first base. First pitch fastball. Ball to the third baseman. Third baseman. Over to the first baseman. Man out at second. Fielder's choice. 2 outs. Mr. Suejos is up next. Said, Mr. Goodwin, this pitch count is not what you would expect of an individual throwing a no-hitter, but right now he has a no-hitter going, 2 outs. The fourth. On 1 count. Fat change up outside corner. 0-2. Jefferson just hasn't seemed to be able to, been able to get him yet. They haven't figured him out. 0-2 count. Somebody else called a timeout. Resets. Back into the box. 0-2 count. Fastball low and inside. One and two. He calls a timeout. That's a little bit close. Like the pitcher was actually about to begin his delivery. 1-2 count. Out. Bottom of the fourth. 1. Nice pitch. Bite. Count. Ball low from the catcher. Mr. Carter steals second. And it'll be a 3-2 count and a scoring position. Jefferson's been in a situation a few times. Let's see if they can actually get it, choke and poke. Find yourself a gap. And 2 count. Sam Rock pinch hit for Chris Kinsler. And Roberts in. Man on second. Curveball barely misses inside corner. 1. Sammy Roberts fouls this pitch off. Top of Andrew Memorial, the training facility for Jefferson High School. 1 count. Situation for Jefferson right now. That's why Lowry and Roberts, you need a base hit, score a run to close this gap a little bit. Ball high. And then you got the top of the order coming up. Connor Bailey's next. You got Hafner, Horowitz, Obnitz. So you can potentially it's into a pretty good inning. Get your hitters up, to do a little bit of damage. So we'll see what happens. The quick fastball outside corner. Number 2. And the ball is laced and goes foul. 2-2 count. Man off the curveball, and he's laced in the right field. The base hit. He's sitting up. Sammy Roberts, 3-2. East still with the 1-run lead, but Jefferson finally got the base they needed. And we will get the catcher, Connor Bailey, up next with a man on first base, a man on third base, and Hensler back in for Sammy Roberts, who did his job. He has gotten the gap from 1 to 3-2. Let's see if Connor Bailey can tie this game up. Connor last at bat, I kind of want to see a little bit more aggression on it. We'll see if he sees a pitch that he likes, if he attacks it ASAP. First pitch, high and inside. The first time we've seen Henry Goodwin a little bit, feeling the pressure. So we have a thing in baseball where we have, you have 6 innings and you have pressure innings. And this was a inning. And pressure innings typically take a little bit more out of you than innings is where you kind of cruise. So let's see inning takes a little bit out going forward. 4. We have the Greenbriar East Spartan, the Jefferson Cougars, T Sports. A bit of commentary, the game and how they're going. Typically, a pitcher who throws and strikes is effective, but he's effectively wide. But he also right pitches to get outs when need be. So that's kind of like why he's been effective so far. But the law averages typically find a way to work themselves out. So if he doesn't get that under wraps, they have one of those crooked team gets and again very well seems to unravel. We'll see. What happens. It's been a very good game. Cast 2 talents, 2 young depth, like at Washington High School, like at Martinsburg, like at Spring Mills and at Hedgesville. So good to see good baseball around the state of Virginia, and we're just glad on Team Sports TV that we are back top 5. Riley Morgan is back on the mound. I don't know if that is if his fastball moving this much or if it's a slider that he throws, but his pitches, seeing it behind the plate, they have a lot of movement, so you can tell highly effective lefty. So we'll see if he will end up being in the rotation later on, or if he's found his niche as a reliever. But he's a very talented kid that's definitely been fun to watch him pitch. But down 3-0, and the last one is leadoff hitter. Well, he thought he walked with the umpire. Ball outside, and he actually takes his base this time. So Mr. DeHay is on first. No outs. Child's up next. The catcher. Yeah, he's actually runners out. He's actually he's a good catcher. I like watching him play. I like the way he commands himself behind the plate. Catcher. He's a tough out. So this Greenbriar East team is they're a pretty good team. Slide step. Says he goes quickly down 0-2. And we've seen something that a lot of kids like today haven't seen yet, but you'll see it more as you as you go up in levels. Is the slide step and pitches using different mechanics to alter timing on the hitter. So Mr. Jonathan Salves laces one. He's on base for a second. Men quickly on first and second. 5. No outs. Greenbriar East is threatening again. So the first game was a 13-4 victory for Jefferson. This game is a little bit tougher. There may be some might have anticipated, but hey, any given day, you never know what can happen. That's a game of life, period. And Riley Morgan steps off. Would love, and Greenbriar East would love to see a ball laced down the right field gap, clear the bases. So Mr. Bennett fakes the bunt, pulls it back, but Riley throws it for a strike. 0-1. Which says 0-1 pitch. Strike. Throws it back to second. The runner gets back. Quickly on the Garrett Bennett. (0-2) pitch. Inside corner, fouled off. 0-2. Going to. He steps off. The 0-2 count gets behind the catcher. Men will advance to second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man on second and third. Greenbriar 3-2. One-two pitch. Strike 3. And Brooks up next. Oh, he smacks the ball into left field. And run will score. And Brooks with the last single. Greenbriar East 4. Back at the top of the lineup. So Morgan, the right fielder. So right now we have a first Jefferson. This is the first time we've ever seen this for the Jefferson High School side. Let's see what Jefferson has. Will they sacrifice a run to get the runner out, or will they eat it? And that was a perfect pitch for him to steal. It was a curveball. I'm actually kind of shocked I wasn't set to go right there. 1-0. Runner stays. (2-0). We have someone else warming up down in the bullpen. He's safe. Ball gets away from the shortstop. Runner scores. This is the third. Greenbriar East. And a man on third. This game is quickly unraveling for Jefferson, but 5-2 lead is definitely not something the front is back. But ball is popped. I guess I'm in basketball mode. But 3 leadoff hitter. Strike on the outside corner. 3-2. No, right now. And the ball is low. And the leadoff hitter is on for the first time. Riley, Mr. Morgan had 3 strikeouts. He was over 3 with 3 strikeouts up to that point. And now we have the shortstop, Mr. Boswell. And we have change. Riley Morgan has pitched to his final batter. He will finish with 39 pitches, 4 strikeouts, and 1.1 and 2/3 innings. So Jefferson going to Myrtle Beach next week. I guess they're going to be a little bit more protective of their arms. So it's not something out of the ordinary to see a pitcher with a semi-quick hook, just to make sure that you're always nursing. These are kids. You don't want to overthrow them. I know there is a pitch limit, but Riley has, so it's definitely not surprising and shocking to see that adjustment. But we will take a quick break as we have the new pitcher into the game. So we have Ethan Mabb coming in. So we'll take a quick commercial break. At Home Team Sports TV, this is Akeem Holmes at Sager Field. Greenbriar East 5 and Jefferson 2. The Babe is on the mound. Man on first and second. First and third. Out. First pitch strike. Slider in for strike 2. That pitch was nasty. That pitch was filthy. 0-2. Ball spiked. Speed down to second. Man on second and third. Strikes one out. Base hit scores 2. Fastball outside. He smacks the ball into left field. Let's see a tag up, be a bang bang play. Ball is cut off, and Greenbriar East will score another run, 6-2 Greenbriar. They put up 3 in the third, 3 in the fifth. 6-2 lead, top 5. So they intentionally walk. Hit to Mr. Heaster, who's pretty much 3 for 3 on the day. The slide in for a strike. It's the 2 Greenbriar with the 4-hole hitter, Mr. Heaster. Another slider. Mr. Heaster cooking that one too. The fastball. 1-2. One and two with 2 outs, top 5. And he hits the curveball to the third baseman, the D1 commit, Griffin Horowitz, who quickly touches third base. And the inning ends with Greenbriar East 6 and Jefferson 2.
Having a family dinner, out a company event, and don't feel like cooking? How about you let Cheese Barbecue and Soul Food Catering handle all your catering needs? We have everything from smoked meats to soul food sides. Everything made from scratch just for your event. Please contact us at 816-438-1101 or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/HG's Barbecue and Catering. We gladly serve the Eastern Panhandle and DMV areas.
We're back at Sacred Field, bottom 5, where we had your Jefferson Cougars, the number 1 ranked team in the state, down 6-2 to Greenbriar East. We will have Ryan Hefner leading off, with Griffin Horowitz batting next and Sam Wobnit following. Go. Any of work quickly ahead. I'm impressed. You know, you look at him and he doesn't have overpowering stuff, but he's very effective pitching. He wanted that pitch, but the ball's a little bit low. Because Larry getting a little bit, employing his team, getting a little bit annoyed by, the lack of confidence in the box, and also a lack of from the team right now. And Ryan Hefner is quickly down 1-2. He chokes up. Let's see if he can choke and poke the ball into a gap. Curveball off the outside. And he smacks it down the left foot. The left fielder runs in, and he misplays the ball. The ball gets to the fence. Ryan Hefner will get a double. The ball was hard to read. The left fielder rushed in at first, which we all know your first step is supposed to be head, and that could be arc to the Cougars. Now we have Jefferson down by 4 runs with Griffin Horowitz up and Ryan Hefner on second. Griffin Horowitz smokes the ball, and the ball is off the top of the fence. Almost gone. And Griffin Horowitz will get a double. So we have the second and the 3-hole man come up, and they both get doubles. And Jefferson, the spark is back. back to life. That's one of the hardest hits I've seen in a long time. That ball smacked off the fence. Hey, Harry, she got you a Spartans and baseball shirt. So our producer just gets presented with a sweatshirt, a Greenbriar East Spartan sweatshirt. But it's so cold right now, I don't think he minds. But that's one thing about the Virginia, the hospitality that we show each other, from the eastern part of the state to the middle part of the state to the southern part of the state to the northern part of the state to the western part of the state, is unmatched. I love being a country boy. And another base hit for the Jefferson Cougars, and Griffin Horwitz will score, and the score is quick, 6-4. So right now, they kind of, what I said before, they kind of figured him out, and they're taking their hacks and they're doing damage. So we have a 6-4 lead with no outs and a man on first. We have J.J. Povinelli and Daquan Shipe up next. Hey, Henry Goodwin has pitched a great game. He's finally been taken out of the game, but playing against the number one team in the state to get through 5 innings and give up your first hits in the 5th inning, you can't ask for any more. So we're going to take a quick commercial break as they have a new pitcher. Home Team Sports TV.
Liberty Realty. With over 30 years of experience, Cheryl provides each of her clients with the best level of customer service, along with helping families with the next phase of their life. The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer any questions that may arise. With in both Jefferson and Berkeley counties, she works hard to become you deserve. Cheryl is the key to selling or buying your home.
And we back at Sager Field. I'm in Sanford and playing. The little theme music came on. Me and Harry, we had to get live real quick. But back at Sager Field, this has been, for our first baseball broadcast, it's a game that you couldn't ask for better. You've had good, you've had timely hitting. And it's actually setting up to be a very, very explosive finish. A finish that you definitely want to tune in and stay locked in for the full 7 innings, because this game is setting up to be a barn burner. So J.J. Povinelli stepping in, his role being the first person to see, this pitcher, take a couple pitches, if they're they're not in your warehouse, and just kind of see what he has in his arsenal, so the rest of the team can make that adjustment and develop their own strategy of how to attack this pitcher. From seeing his warm-ups, he does a lot of curveballs and sliders. He has movement on his fastball, so it's about picking the ball up and seeing it out of his hand. First pitch, low and outside for a ball. Second pitch starts off in the middle and broke inside for a strike. Just like I said, JJ took the first 2 pitches, let his teammates see what this pitcher has, and now look forward to him attacking. The ball is inside. He didn't hit his spot, so the catcher struggles to play it, and gets to second base on a wild pitch. If Jefferson can get this lead to 6-5 and get all those runs back that Greenbriar East just got, it just takes the sails and the wind out of the sails of Greenbriar East. A base hit into right field. We have a man on first and third with no outs, and Daquan Shipe coming up to the plate. Last time Daquan, he didn't look as confident, going into the box. And I know he's a very confident kid. I know he's a very strong kid. He has great parents. And he's had a lot of success on the diamond. So I just see how he adjusts more so mentally than anything else. First and third situations for Greenbriar at least to see if they will sacrifice a run for a potential out. Daquan bunts it back to the pitcher. And Daquan is effective. He busts the ball back to the pitcher. He gets the runner across. He gets the man second. 6-5. We will have another pinch hitter. We will have Noah Carter coming up to see if he can drive the run in and tie the game up. Six to 5. Jefferson gets the 3 runs back the Greenbriar East got in the 5th inning. Now to see if they can do more and actually take the lead. Noah has the power where he can quickly make this a 7-6 game. Noah, another product of the Yankees in Jefferson County Little League. They were tough. Ball a little bit high, 2-0. Back up the middle. He sent it J.J. Povinelli. And the ball up. And honestly, this is why Jefferson's the #1 team in the state. You know, they can hit the ball, 1 through 9. You know, you put kids on the bench to give them a break, and then they just come in cold and smoke the ball over the field. It's just, this team have everything you need to compete for a state championship. But obviously, you need pitching, you need timely hitting, you need a little bit of luck. So we'll see, how that all works out. Right now, Jefferson score is 6-6. Bottom 5, Jefferson scored 4 runs in the bottom 5 to tie this game up. They have a man on first with 1 out. He fakes the bunt. He throws it down. Oh, it was actually a close play. But he didn't get it. But hey, as James Warner would say, playing around on the base pass. Either you're not gonna go. If you're not gonna go, you quit playing around. Strike on the outside. Ball. It is quickly. Fans on for one thing. You got fans on the other side asking for another thing. I'll tell you. It's up. He pops the bunt up on a 2-1 count, and he's out. So now you have 2 outs, a man on first with a 9-hole hitter up. And Kellen, the 9-hole hitter, is up. Had a little bit of Bill Withers for his lovely day. Yeah, Bill Withers is his walk-up song. So I know my wife knows how much I love Bill Withers. Ain't sunshine. So you have 0-1 count. The change-up on the outside corner, quickly 0-2. Count. And the strikeout ends the inning where Jefferson gets 4. After 5, we have the Greenbriar East Spartans 6, the Jefferson High School Cougars 6. With Home Team Sports TV, this is Akeem Holmes. We'll take a quick commercial break.
Welcome to 4 State Real Estate. We're your agents in West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania.
We are knowledgeable,
Honest. A team.
We are authentic.
Negotiators.
hardworking, family.
The highest producing independently owned real estate company in the Eastern Panhandle. 2021. We have 3 offices to serve you.
We are 4 State.
Having a family dinner, cookout, or company event and don't feel like cooking? How about you let HG's Barbecue and Soul Food Catering handle your catering needs? We have everything from smoked meats to soul food sides, everything from scratch just for your event. Please contact us at 816-438-1101 or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com HG's Barbecue and Catering. We currently serve the Eastern Panhandle and D areas.
We're back, top 6. We have the Jefferson High School Cougars 6 and the Greenbriar East Spartans 6. Seesaw affair. First attempt for a bunt is not successful. Roshan is quickly down 0-1. The slider gets to begin quickly down 0. Pitch. Quickly 1-2. And the pop-up to the center fielder, Sam Wobnitz. And Wobnitz with the catch. 1 out. First pitch going outside. 1 on count. So Ethan Mabe is throwing the ball really well right now. Fastball inside corner. Slider inside corner. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. The slider gets him. Catcher fields the ball. Goes to the first base. Quickly 2 outs. So the slider is a very effective pitch for Mr. Babe. Quickly 2 outs. The Jefferson High School Cougars. I swear the temperature has dropped like 20 degrees since the game started. Slider again outside. 0-1. He holds 1-1. Slider in for a strike. 1-2. One ball, 2 outs. Kinsler to first base. And at the bottom of the 6, we have Greenbriar East Spartan 6, the Jefferson High School Cougars 6. If Jefferson can actually get some run and then close it in the 10th.
Juwan is the ultimate hype guy. I love him. He's always positive. He's always pepping them up and firing them up.
Parker, work, Parker, work, Parker, work, 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 work.
Meet Cheryl Yates at ERA Liberty Realty. With over 30 years of experience, Cheryl provides each of her clients with the best level of customer service, along with helping families with the next phase of their life. The buying and selling process comes natural to Cheryl, as her understanding of the housing market allows her the ability to answer any questions that may arise. With offices in both Jefferson and Berkeley counties, she works hard to ensure the outcome you need. Cheryl is the key in your home.
Right back at Sager Field. Mr. Delivery. Jefferson 6, Greenbriar East 6, bottom 6. And we have the top of the lineup and for the Jefferson Cougars. So the small student section that we have for both sides, they're really live out here tonight. It was a Friday night, these kids senior year for a lot of these kids, and this is the best of their lives. So it's actually good to see that the positive energy the kids are swinging Sweet Caroline and all types of stuff. Brings you back a little bit. Greenbriar East for the Jefferson. Let's see if we can get the first pitch strike. Oh. The side, 1-1. Fastball inside, off the backstop, off the pole, off the other backstop, and back to the catcher. 2-1. Ball's hit into left field. Will it get down or will it be caught by the center fielder? They avoid running, which is a godsend. And it comes over and makes Ryan. Fastball low, 1-0. Fastball low, 2-0. 3-0. Fastball down the middle, 3-1. 3-0 count. You're a great hitter. Yeah. 3-2. And he battles back to a 2 count with 1 out. Bottom 6. Let's see if he can execute this side curveball. And the ball's fouled off. The 3-2 count. And the curveball hooks to the outside. And Hefner is on. Horowitz, the Army, with the man on first. First throw over. Hefner is back. Horowitz smokes the ball into the gap. The ball stays up and it's off the left fielder's hands. You will have a man on second and third with 1 out. The ball was laced. Still, you gotta come down with that. You gotta make that. You're playing the. Next, put Cougars in the lead. And we have a timeout. We'll have the coach. We have a mound visit for the Greenbriar East Spark. On second and third, bottom of the 6th, the game is tied, so they can't afford to give up a run, or it puts them in a do or die situation in the 7th inning. So coach will go out there and talk a little bit of strategy, talk to the kids, make sure that everybody's on the same page, and balls hit to them, and see what happens. So they put Sam Wildness on. You have JJ up. And what that does, more than anything, the force at home. They move their shoulders in. And he's pretty much just needs to hit the ball hard anywhere. And with the infielders in, the ball will get past them. Fastball on the outside corner. Strike 2. And he hits the ball between the shortstop and third baseman, and it was score 2. And the Jefferson High School Cougars will now take a 8-6 lead. That's the thing, you know, when you do that and you do bring your runners in, you need to hit the ball hard somewhere, and the ball's passing. So Jefferson has fought back. They were down 3-0 in the top of the third. They were down 6-2. The fifth inning. Back 7 runs within the last 3 innings and take an 8-6 lead. So now you just sit right there and you just try to pile on. You know, you try to get another base hit, they give you a 3-run lead, and hopefully, you know, you can advance the run to second and third and get another hit, and next thing you know, 10-6. But Jefferson has definitely battled tonight, and putting those seniors in, like a Noah Carter, Roberts, but spark in this game early. Decline sight, and the wearing number 42 for Jackie Robinson. Pose, maybe he just likes number 42, but typically players like that number because they're Robinson. Eight to 6. Decline sight. 0-1 count. Slider high. 1-1. Ball inside, 2-1. Pop up to the center fielder. Actually, infield fly rule, he's out regardless. It's 8-6 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. So actually that last one was a pop-up to the second baseman. They didn't make it out the end. But when the second baseman missed the ball, regardless of the infield, and that prevents the team from the ball on purpose to get a double play or a triple play. Eight to 6. Jefferson High School with the lead. Noah Carter at the plate. 0-1 count. Let's see if we can execute that pitch again. Seems like it's a little gamesmanship. Beautiful pitch. Had something and he executed it again. I like the edge of this kid. 0-2 count. Strike 3. Strike 3. Never got the ball off his shoulders. Never got the bat off his shoulders. It is 8-6. Greenbriar East is down to their final 2 outs to avoid the sweep. This is Home Team Sports TV. High School 8, Greenbriar
company event and don't feel like cooking? How about you let HG's Barbecue and Soul Food Catering handle all your catering needs? We have everything from smoked meats to soul food sides, everything made from scratch just for your event. Please contact us at 816-438-1101. Our Facebook page at www.facebook.com HG's Barbecue and Catering. We gladly serve the Eastern Panhandle and DMV areas.
We're back at second. Jefferson High School Cougars are lead 8-6. Top 7, Ethan Mabe on the mound. So, Greenbriar East is at the bottom of the line. We have Mr. Bennett up next. Then up. You just want to make sure you beat you in the bat. Quickly 2-0. Two and 1. Outside corner. Ball low. 3 and 1. Ball chopped to the shortstop. He eats, and he will be on with the air. So Ethan Brooks is up next. And we'll have a pinch runner, Mr. Bennett. No outs. Top. Ball high. 1-0. And John Lowry out for the Mets. Probably just telling them, just focus on throwing the strikes. You know, allow your defenders to work for you. Now don't go out there trying to be, too cute. Just make the bottom part of the lineup beat you. The daddy hack. 1-1 count. Another hack. 1-2. Throw it on the second. The runner is. See a lot of balls